Hey folks, welcome back. Triple Crown here. Operation Ultra, Germany turn 7, 152 IPP to spend for the Germans, and the Axis miners get 12, so they're purchasing as well. The reason the Germans had so much, well, they captured Moscow last turn, but it's not over for Moscow or the Russians. The capital is now moved to Novosibirsk. So Russia did not collect last turn. However, they are still in the fight, and we will get into why it's very difficult to. It costs a lot of money. Yeah, you got the 47 IPP for capturing Moscow, but the partisans' infantry. You have to leave somebody behind, or they pop up, and Russia comes back to life. So you're leaving one infantry behind in every territory, and that gets expensive. So here we go. We'll get into the Axis miners first. Finland 3 to spend, 1 infantry. Hungary 3 to spend, infantry. Romania 6 to spend, medium tank, and Bulgaria 4 to spend, a artillery. So the Germans are 152 to spend. They're saving $2 of it. So they're spending 150, and they are purchasing their first Tiger tank and also a Panzer V. So a Panzer V tank. They're purchasing how many medium armor? 5 medium armor. Those are the Panzer IIIs, and 2 Panzer IVs. This is actually reversed. 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 2 artillery, 1 mechanized infantry, 9 infantry in total, 8 of those being regular infantry, 1 SS, 2 fighters, and 1 Henkel HE-177 heavy bomber. So 2 fighters. And I bet you Hambone is thinking, sigh relief. Germany just didn't plunk down, 7 naval transports in his small navy. So, no, that did not happen. But there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles to declare. The first one being the battle for Sea Zone 32. There is a Portuguese naval transport there. And so 1 tactical bomber coming from Gibraltar is going to fly 1, 2, and it's going to have 3 spaces remaining in its fuel gauge. And there is a coastal submarine there, but it does not engage in the aircraft. And there's no air base there in Portugal. And if there is, it's not on my map. So if there is, reserve me the right to call this battle off. But anyways, 1 tactical attacking 1 naval transport in Sea Zone 32 off of Portugal. There is some non-coms happening. That's why there's other extra markers on the board. So we'll be annexing Seville. We'll also be annexing the territory up here, which is in Stockholm. I don't know why Stockholm's not the capital, but anyways, it seems like a popular place, but it's from what I know of Sweden, but it's not the capital. Now, what happens when Germany captures Russia, or Moscow as the capital, moves over here, and they keep producing? So last turn, Russia collected 31 IPP, and it was very clever for the Russians to link up down here in the Middle East with the British and capture, or at least annex, Iran, because they are getting 5 NO bonus for helping control the Middle East. So that's 5 NO bonus for the Brits and 5 NO bonus for the Russians. So very smart, very well played by the Allies there. And so the other attacks, it's a walk-on up in Archangel. Archangel. The tank from Karelia is going through this little space up here into this territory here. I can't even say it. And going to northern Russia. 1 infantry from Molotov is going into Archangel. Now, all the bases in Russia have been scorched earth, so they are not of use for the Russians. Just to clarify that, Captain G has been scorched earth as he's retreated slowly. So this massive stack of 11 armor. Now, something that happened off camera, which you guys didn't see, there was an incorrect number of a mix of armor, and have corrected it now. So apologize to Captain G. We've also removed 1 infantry, or 1 mech and 1 artillery as sort of a self-punishment. But anyways, so this entire stack, 2 mechanized, 4 Panzer Grenadiers, 2 light armor, 11 medium armor, 6 tank destroyers, and 6 Panzer IVs are blitzing through Voronezh to Stalingrad. So, and I believe this territory is unoccupied, and there is 3 infantry defending Stalingrad with a fortification. There's currently 3 infantry or 3 tanks in Novgorod. One of them is going to blitz through to Voronezh, and the other 2 are going to be blitzing through and attacking this territory here in Kharkov. So I'm going to chip that out so I don't confuse myself. And it's very easy, folks, as what happened last turn is that I didn't have things chipped properly, so I apologize there. So 3 tanks from Novgorod are coming through 1-2 into Kharkov. That attack will be supported by 5 infantry coming from Orly-Kursk, 2 Panzer IVs coming from Orly-Kursk, and 1 tank destroyer coming into Orly-Kursk. Now there is a lone Russian defending, which is massive overkill, but we are getting everything into position. So also from Western Ukraine is 1 tank destroyer coming in, going 1-2 to Orly-Kursk, and 2 Panzer Grenadiers are going to be pulling 2 artillery. That is everything that can reach. And we're not sending any aircraft into those battles. So, okay, so here we go. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I can put the dice tray down. And last round, I was successful attacking a naval transport. It did not record a hit, so I was lucky there. So is this a fool's errand to try it twice? Because naval transports have been deadly rolling at once. So this is the attacking tactical bomber. It is 7. It's going to be the yellow dice, and we'll make the attacker the gray dice. So that the attacker is a 7. The yellow is the naval transport defending at a 1. So here we go, first round of... Actually, before we roll any dice, is that what we want to do? No, that's what we want to do. Yes, so we'll roll a 7 or less for a hit, and we rolled a 10 and a... not a great start, and a 9 for the Portuguese naval transport. So here we go for round 2, and we scored a 1. Oh, thankfully that was not the Portuguese, but they still have a chance of scoring a 1. Can you imagine two 1s back to back, and they rolled a 6. So the Portuguese naval transport has been sunk. Now the next battle is the battle for, we'll roll Kharkov next. We have into this battle 2 Panzer IVs at 7, 2 tank destroyers at a 7, and 2 medium armor at a 6. So I'll just roll those dice first. We just need 1 hit. So 4 dice at 7 and 2 dice at 6, and there is 1 infantry defending. And we rolled 2 7s. That's all we needed. And now we will return fire for the Russians. 1 infantry defending at a 4. And they rolled a 12. Did I have that battle marked? I think I... If I did not declare it, I think I said 5 battles. But anyways, folks, I'm seeing... Maybe I forgot to put a chip on, so that's a battle there, battle there, battle there. So there, anyways, I did not have that battle officially marked with a marker, but I believe I did declare it. So just to apologize there. And these 2 tanks blitz through, so they are now up here. So we have 13 armor at 13 medium tanks at 6. I'm going to roll them first. We need 3 hits. And then we'll roll. And they are going to be defending 3 infantry at 5, and the fortification rolls 2 dice at 5. So 5 at 5 are going to be returning fire. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we'll, you know what, we're going to roll, actually, we'll just roll these first. So 13, the medium tanks are coming in. And we need three hits, so 6 or less. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 hits. So that is more than enough. We just need to kill the infantry. We do not need to kill the fortification. So the rebuttal is the 3 infantry at 5 because they are boosted by the fortification. Actually, I forgot. Everything attacking the fort is -1, but there was more than enough. There was definitely more than enough that were 5 or less to make that kill. So apologize. And I'm sure the other tanks would have scored a hit, but I'll roll them out anyways. Let me roll some. There is 6 tank destroyers, just in case that didn't hit. I didn't score enough. I will roll it out. So 6, actually they're all -1. So the all of the Panzer IVs and the tank destroyers are -1. So I did see a 2 last, so I'm going to say we just need 2 hits. So we need 2 it. So we got 1, 2, that's a 5, 3. So we got more than enough. I see 2 3s there and 2 5s and a 2. So anyways, I don't think there was a doubt we were going to be successful, but just in case, it's YouTube and you don't like to have to keep fixing these things off camera. So 3 infantry defending at a 5 and 2, the fortification, 2 dice at 5. So 5 at 5 defending, and they scored 2 hits. So we will lose our mechanized infantry and artillery. So they are gone. All of the meat shields have been slowly disappearing. So there is a minor industrial complex there. It is destroyed. The fortification is destroyed, along with the 3 Russian infantry that we're defending. So this entire stack is now in Stalingrad. Now for the non-combat movement, we have to land this aircraft first. It has 3 spots remaining, 1, 2, and it's going to land in Normandy. So tactical bomber landing in Normandy. The air transport in Gibraltar is going to fly 1, 2, 3. It's going to land in Western Germany. And from Western Germany, a tactical and a fighter are going to fly to Turin. So tactical bomber and fighter from Western Germany is going to Turin. And okay, now for the other non-combat movement, I don't want to forget this because I marked it. So there is a medium armor in Marseille. It's going to drive 1, 2, and annex these 3 infantry in Seville. So that happened there. Up here in Godberg from Sweden, 1 Swedish is going to go north and annex Stockholm. Okay. I'm going to back out here. The 2 naval transports are going to pick up 3 infantry and an artillery from Gothenburg, and they are going to go 1, 2, 3 in the Sea Zone 24, and they are dropping them all off in Normandy. So 3 infantry and 1 artillery are being dropped into Normandy. This is complex. So 1 infantry in Reims is walking into Normandy. The SS infantry in Western Germany is walking into Reims. 1 artillery from Western Germany is going into Reims. The mech and artillery remaining in Western Germany is going to drive two spaces, 1, 2, also into Normandy. The coastal submarine and regular submarine in Sea Zone 16 is moving 2 spaces. Actually, this AAA in Western Germany is going to move into Reims as well. So the coastal submarine and regular submarine in 16 are going to go into Sea Zone 24. And the Swedish fleet, which we had to correct, the setup chart was actually incorrect. There is a coastal submarine, not a naval transport. So that's been identified, and I know this because I have my Swedes painted up, and from the original setup charts, I did not have a naval transport painted purple. So, but anyways, they're moving 3 spaces in a Sea Zone 24, 2 coastal battleships, a destroyer, and a coastal submarine. So all of the German Navy is now sitting in Sea Zone 24, and I will clean up this mess after. There is more non-combat. We'll do the planes first. So Actually, I'll do the planes last because I want to make sure I cover all of the Russian territories that have been captured by the Axis. I want to make sure that there is minimum 1 German unit in that territory. So in Orly Kursk, the AAA is going into Kharkov. One airborne infantry from Novgorod is going into Molotovsk, or whatever that's called. The other airborne is walking into Moscow. I'm going to chip that out. And the 2 AAA in Moscow are also going down into Kharkov. From Leningrad, the 2 artillery and heavy artillery and Finn are walking into Novgorod. The heavy artillery in Psychov is moving into Western Russia, and the infantry in Western Russia is moving into Moscow. 2 infantry in Valpuri. 1 is going into Leningrad, 1 is going into Karelia. 1 infantry in Helsinki is going to Valpuri, and the medium armor is going to drive 2 spaces to Leningrad. The SS infantry in Belarusia is going into Orly Kursk. 1 infantry in Western is going into Crimea. And I'm just thinking about Kiev. So 1 tank destroyer from Romania is driving 2 spaces into Kiev. And that means all of the aircraft have left. Now you see how expensive this is? There's how many territories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 22 territories currently captured by the Germans, and they have to leave an infantry in each one. So you do the math and it starts to add up. So that's why these partisan infantry are so powerful for Russia, even though when Moscow has been captured. So I just wanted to point that out. And 3 infantry from Romania are walking into Western Ukraine. The 2 Panzer IVs in Romania and tank destroyer are going to drive to Orly-Kursk. Okay, let's get rid of these aircraft. So from Kiev, the tactical bomber is going to fly 1, 2, 3. Actually, you can make it 1, 2, 3. It can land in the tactical bomber. I didn't think it could make it. It can land in Turin. So that's very good. That's very good. I didn't think I could do it. So we're just going to, do we want to move a fighter? So 1 tactical bomber from Western Germany that flew to Turin is going to actually fly to, yeah, it's gonna fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna land in Gibraltar. So we still have 2 tacticals in Gibraltar and a veteran fighter. Sorry, folks, I know this is so, these seem like really silly details, but they're actually, as the game gets moving along, they're quite important. The 2 Panzer Grenadiers and 2 artillery in Bulgaria are going to move 2 spaces into Western Ukraine. 3 medium armor from Hungary are going into Western Ukraine. 1 infantry from Hungary is going to go into East Poland. I think, oh yes, the last moves. The armored train in Rome is going to drive 1, 2, 3, 4 back up into Western Germany. And the armored train in Turin is going to go 1, 2, 3 spaces up into Western Germany. So both armored trains are now in Western Germany. Placement of units. The Bulgarian artillery is going in Bulgaria. The Romanian medium armor is going in Romania. The Hungarian infantry is going in Hungary, and the Finnish infantry is going into Helsinki. Okay, in the factory, the minor industrial complex in Moscow is being placed 3 medium armor. The factory in Romania is 1 Tiger tank, 1 Panzer V, and 1 medium armor. In Bulgaria is 2 Panzer Grenadiers and 1 artillery. In Hungary is 2 Panzer IVs and 1 medium armor. Now the rest of the items, oh, I did mention 3 infantry I had planned to purchase were being placed in Paris, and I did repair the damage in the factory in Paris. So out of the 152, 9 of it was for repairing the damage in Paris, and I forgot to mention it. I apologize, but that would have meant $9 would have been not spent. So forgot to mention it, but that was part of my plan. So 1 SS and 3 regular infantry are being placed in Paris. Six regular infantry are being placed in Western Germany. Two fighters are being placed in Western Germany. So that's 6, 8, and a tank, or sorry, artillery and a mech are going into Western Germany. And the medium or the heavy bomber is being placed in Berlin. Actually, do I want to do that? Let's just be safe. Let's put 1 infantry and say, we'll put 1 infantry in Helsinki. So we're only going to build 5 infantry. I know this is such a small detail, but I can only place 10 units at the factory in Western Germany, and I do not want to lose this heavy bomber. So we're going to place, actually we'll place 1 infantry in Berlin. That's where we'll put it, not in Helsinki. So 1 infantry, instead of being placed in Western Germany, is being placed in Berlin. Or we could place it at, actually, maybe better because that's fine. It can go into Berlin. It can go into Berlin. Not a big deal, but sometimes these little things are important. So Germany was at 89 on the tracker. They went down 2 because they lost Corinth and this territory down here. So they're at 87. That battle has occurred. They are up another 2 for 1, 2 for Stockholm and for Seville. So they're back up at 89. 1 for Kharkov, that's 90. 3 for Leningrad, 93. 94, 95, 96. So $96 for Germany, and they have 19 NL bonuses. And as I'm remembering this, we are going to be placing a Czech Hedgehog into Reims. So 5 for the Atlantic Wall, 5 for Denmark and the Norwegian, and 3 IPP each for Leningrad, Stalingrad, and Moscow. So a total of 19. So I think I forgot what the total was. I think I said 96 plus 19. I'll recount it after. 96 plus 19 equals 115. So 115 for Germany. I will recount, and multitasking on camera is a lot harder than it looks. And I will do a final disposition for my teammates and also my opponents, but we're all friends, so we're all kind of working through this together. So that is, oh yes, that is it, folks. Thanks for watching Germany Turn 7.